Hello. Good morning. Oh man, this is weird. Hold on a second. Let me get this up here real quick.
The limited information we have about the Reddit post and this trial.
I guess my request would be, because of the concern of this, to look at a mistrial, or at the very least a discharge of the jury at this time.
Oh,
So
you
this can
think?
be resolved.
Nice try, homie.
This is
It's not gonna
alarming,
happen.
to
Not
say
gonna
the
happen.
least. This post, and I don't know what Reddit is, to be honest. I've never heard of it or used it, so I don't know the extent of. It's almost like this could be like a snowball type of thing. It can start with something that's this small, and then it can snowball out of control into something totally different. I don't know the extent of this website. Um,
Is he talking about the glare?
I don't know who.
Hala?
Well, I think the name of the
No?
person who sent the
Okay.
to who alerted the clerk, of course, to this post. I think his name is in the email. But then that even begs the question of, how did this person come across this site? What is their significance to this? What is their role in this? It's just so many questions, and
Wait, is he trying to say that a juror
I mean,
was
clearly this points at
commenting on
court's
an
integrity.
internet
It points at your
site
integrity, Your
or
Honor.
something?
It's alarming.
It's
It's
alarming.
very alarming. And if there's a chance that there can be hidden bias in this jury, it needs to be addressed now rather than later. This is very concerning.
Well, thank you for bringing up your concerns. Let me turn to the state if they want to respond.
Thank you for your
Other issues
concern,
they want to cover this time.
Mr. Brooks.
There's the original post was on a subreddit thread called Justice for Darrell. That's the copy that the defendant has in front of him. That post was edited last night, claiming that it was a prank from the start, and that the original poster was didn't think it would get that far out of hand. The way that Reddit works, the only person who can modify the content of the original post is the original
Is the author.
because the jurors have no access to any electronic devices.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that our 12 jurors back there are not the original poster.
Nice.
So I think that issue
Yeah.
pretty much
Shoot it
that.
down.
It's still obviously under investigation.
Shut it down.
because
Over.
The court takes it so seriously, but there really is no actionable or any real reason why we should doubt the jury's being unbiased in this case.
I object to that on the grounds, Your Honor, that, like you just stated, it's an investigation
I mean,
going on.
it's a good move.
And if there's
Nice try, Darrell, but it's
investigation,
not gonna happen,
and
dude.
that clearly says that
Not gonna happen,
something is
dude.
amiss. We have 15. We have 15 jurors. There's still too many questions that we don't know. Too many. I don't think anything's put to bed because we don't know. It's unfair to say that the issue is put to bed when there's still so many questions left out there. I'm sure you reviewed it yourself, Your Honor. You see the language in this, whatever it is, thread. I don't know. I don't know what this is. It's clearly a post from somebody who has intimate knowledge of the trial and what's going on in the trial. I don't think. I mean, common sense would tell you that this is someone who's very close to the case, whether they were intending to be funny, whether were intending to try to prank the court or anything like that. We don't know. That could be anybody's guess. The language in this, the way that it's formatted, they lay out 4 specific points of what they think. They point to certain language in the case. They make references to saying when we were in the room, they got certain feelings from where they specifically refer to themselves and a group. That would be we, plural. They say, and I have to admit, I am biased against the defendant for the horrible acts he did. And they attack you, Your Honor. They clearly attack you.
Oh, like
this is
the way you've been attacking her this entire trial.
Is someone's
like
idea of fun. Is anybody's guess, but I don't believe that it is, clearly by the way it's formatted and by the language that is in it. This is clearly someone with intimate knowledge of the case and what's going on.
Now,
clearly,
let me point something out here, folks.
There's no other way. I would be remiss if I did not point this out. I'm going to unmute this in a second, but I'm going to make this point. This is a prime example of how somebody on the internet can fuck with the case and can fuck with how justice is served. Right here. Now, I don't think it's going to go through. I think that his little attempt here is going to fail and we're going to get justice. I'm sure we are. But take note here of how somebody just being a fucking moron on the internet, such as Bullhorn Betty, such as Dolly Vision, or any other asshole who's just trying to get clicks and views, can fuck with a case and can fuck with how justice gets served. Take note, because right here, this is being brought up in a court of law right now. And even in court days leading up to the trial, we've never had anything like this happen. Nothing like this has been brought to your attention. Nothing like this has been brought before the court's attention. This just came out of the blue, and now all of a sudden it's being labeled a prank. Is that because they were found out? I mean, it begs so many questions. It's too uncertain. It's too concerning, and it's too alarming. It's too alarming to just overlook and say, "Oh well, we'll just set it to the side and let them." No, this there has to be some type of alternatives, and something has to be done. Something. And if that's a mistrial, if that's
he's trying to claim a mistrial over it.
Discharging a jury, if that's some other type of alternatives that can be looked at, I'm sure that these case law speaks to other options that could come into play. They deserve to at least be looked at, if anything, to protect the integrity.
Another stall tactic.
I find it very hard to believe that this close to the trial being over, now all of a sudden these issues are being raised.
Yeah,
so
no, I agree that person should be charged. I think that person should be made an example of.
Obvious that
absolutely
this is someone with intimate knowledge. It's very clear to me.
Well, let me address your concerns, sir. I cannot make conclusions at this point about.
Is it fucked up that I like her with the glasses better? Is it fucked up that I say that a little bit? It's a little fucked up. It's a little fucked up.
About the subreddit.
It's early. Give me a break.
At approximately 9:30, 9:40 yesterday morning, I alone made the decision to withhold advising the parties because of where we were at in the trial, because there was nothing in that post. It was an anonymous post that would lend credibility to that it was in fact one of these jurors. But out of an abundance of caution, I referred it to law enforcement.
She is very pretty. I'm not
because
saying
it
that
is
she
very
doesn't look
serious
pretty without
if
their
the integrity
glasses.
of
That's
these
not what I'm
proceedings
saying.
were to be put at
Just
issue by a
saying.
juror. I'd remind you though, every
It's
single
just
day, these
A little
jurors were
different
read
to see her without the glasses. That's
the
all.
bulk
It's a
of
little
jury
different.
instruction 50. They all took an oath. And I have no reason to doubt that they would violate that oath at this time. So I took and I made the decision to withhold telling the parties because we were in the middle of instructing the jury. I was in the middle of instructing the jury. And I wasn't going to delay the proceedings because it was so speculative at that point and remains speculative at this point. As you know, the case went to the jury. I brought this up. I waited about a half an hour once the case went to the jury.
Oh, Aaron, you know,
I wanted to get a bit to
you
eat,
know, you're my
and I
number
wanted to
one
come back
girl.
out and make a record of what I had. Once again, the forensic unit with the sheriff's department has taken lead of this investigation. I'm not a part of that investigation. Law enforcement will handle it. From my perspective, not only did the clerk of court's office receive emails regarding this, it sounds like the district attorney received emails. I may have even gotten one. I don't remember the time. It was later regarding the post. Frankly, people figure out my email all the time. It was not solicited by me in any way, and I did not respond to it. And I simply forwarded that email on to law enforcement. So it's pretty clear to me that a lot of people have access to Reddit. I personally am not a user of Reddit, so I don't know the ins and outs
I'm not
of
either.
it, other than it is a
Reddit's-
social media site.
Reddit feels
people
so
can
dirty to
create
me.
Accounts and
Every
post,
time I'm on
and there
Reddit,
can
I
be,
feel like I need a
like, chat
shower.
rooms, for example, or just various, as this is called, subreddits. And at this point, you've requested a mistrial. You've requested that I discharge the jury. I'm declining to do that at this time, sir. Again, I need to make decisions based upon the record that's before me. And right now, the record is speculative. There are no facts to support a mistrial or discharging the jury.
Boom!
I trust the parties will continue in their own independent investigations.
Hell yeah.
That you will continue reviewing case law, make whatever requests that you deem appropriate. I certainly will take time to look at the cases you have cited to see if there's anything based upon the requests that you have made that I would need to further review. But at this time, I do not see grounds for a mistrial. I do not see grounds to discharge the jury. That is how I will address it at this point.
There you go.
I know the state, I believe, wanted to address.
Now, real quick, Cherry's feeling a little under the weather, so I don't think she's going to be in here. So anybody who has a wrench, help out as much as you can. I would really appreciate it. I know that nobody is super Cherry. She's the super mod. But if you can help out, if need be, I would really appreciate it. And big shout out and big thoughts and prayers and love going out to my friend Annie from 10 to Life. She had a little health issue with her youngest, her daughter, and her daughter is doing fine now. So I want to send some love out publicly to Annie and her family, to Annie and her husband Jeremiah and her 2 kids. So just wanted to send some love out.
We direct the sheriff's department to make that available for you,
Isn't
you choose.
Isn't it my choice?
Yes, it is.
So why do I need to be in street clothes? Why does that need to be on the record? That
Your choice should be placed on the record. So
if not, I was offered to be in street clothes. If I made it the choice.
Do you dispute that, sir?
Yes, I dispute it because it's my choice.
Well, no. Do you dispute that you were given the choice this morning? At
this point, there's no reason why that should be on the record. That if I was not offered street clothes, what relevancy does that have to?
Could have potential relevancy later on if
Why?
you were to challenge that you and claim that you are required to wear your jail uniform or jail attire. You're
I didn't-
not required.
I
This
didn't
is a
make that
trial.
request.
You have the right to wear street clothes, and I will certainly provide that opportunity should you wish to change at any point in time. But what you're telling me is it's your choice to be in jail attire. I'll respect that choice, of course.
So why does that need to be stated for the record?
I just
Why-
indicated why, sir. So,
I don't see the relevancy of it.
all right, at this point, unless
never
there are any
raised-
further
There's nothing
issues,
wrong
I
with
am going to go
anything
back to
being
my
stated
office.
for the
courtroom will
record.
remain
What are you talking
open,
about,
and we'll
dude?
let you know when the jury communicates
There-
with us, either about a question or verdicts.
There is something that needs to be addressed. Subject matter jurisdiction.
The
Why
court
hasn't-
declines that. I'm stepping off.
Why
Thank you.
why hasn't it been proven on the record yet? And
She's not even like, I don't have to listen to you anymore. Like, I'm done listening to you. Once she says what she's got to say at this point, she's no longer in a position, at least it appears that way, to where at this point it no longer even like she's no longer in a position to where she has to humor him anymore. She doesn't have to cater to him. She doesn't have to explain anything anymore. It's just, okay, I said what I said and I'm out. Period. Done. It's over. You're fucked. We're just waiting for the jury to come back. And I don't know how long it's going to take the jury to come back. And I titled this, the verdict, because they were back and they were sitting in the courtroom. I don't know what's going on. And I saw, and I think this is even, no, this one says the jury continues to deliberate. So we don't know how long the jury is going to deliberate. I don't think it's going to take them long to reach a decision, but I think it's going to take them a while to, to deliberate and go over, not necessarily deliberate, but to go over all of the charges. You got to understand, folks, there's 76 charges, 76. And in order to do their jobs responsibly, 12 people have to unanimously come to a decision on each one of those counts. And so they have to go over each one. So that's going to take a minute. If you guys think, like, I was shocked when I saw Law and Crime, and that's why, I mean, they're clickbait assholes. And sorry if my shit came out clickbait, because I thought I saw more than one channel, saying that there was a verdict. And I apologize. There's not a verdict yet, but I promise I'm going to stay with you, and I will rename this live, whatever is appropriate. But my intention was not to deliberately clickbait you. I promise. If you guys are familiar with my channel, you know I don't do that. But 76 charges. So 76 charges, they have to go over each one. And in order to do their jobs responsibly, in order to be just, okay, and it's up to the jury to be just, it's going to take a while, they're going to have to go over each charge. I'm sure they'll run through a good number of them quite efficiently and quickly, but there's still 76 of them. You know what I mean? It's going to take a minute. JD Wells, I don't know. You think she had a few shots? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if Judge Jenny decided to tie one on last night in order to recover from the stressful day, as well as celebrate a little bit, because I know that the prosecution did an amazing job yesterday delivering their closing arguments. It was Tana Jedi. I'm telling you, I like having you in my chat, dude. So I'm not going to time you out again this time yet. All right. But I'll put you in the other room. I will. You may forfeit your right to be in the courtroom. Just saying. All right. And, subscribe to the Geek Room, I guess. But if you subscribe to the Geek Room, people, make sure that you know that you're subscribing strictly because of Frank, not Tata Jedi. Okay? Tata Jedi is unfortunately part of the Geek Room, and it's a great channel, but it's great because Frank is in the Geek Room. Okay? So if you subscribe to the Geek Room, you're subscribing because of Frank and not Tata Jedi. I want the records to show clearly that Tata Jedi can kiss the tip of my penis. Okay? I want it clear. All right? I want the records to show. Okay? Okay? Anyway. Yeah, so it's going to take it's going to take a minute for them to come to a decision because there's 76 counts, not because they're like, because I don't think, I mean, this was such a slam dunk for the prosecution. Like, I don't even think, even in fiction, there's ever been a slam dunk for the prosecution like there has been in this case. I don't even think in a fictional depiction of a court case has there ever been such a slam dunk. But despite that, we have to take into consideration that there is 76 counts for this jury to go over, and this jury is gonna want justice. And yeah, let's elaborate and talk a little bit more about what he tried to pull just here, right? He just tried to pull and say that somebody on Reddit, and he's in jail. Somehow he has access to Reddit, or somebody that he knows has access to Reddit and is doing some digging for him. So he, behind the walls of a jail, was still able to find out that somebody claiming to be a juror in this case was sharing information publicly. And I don't know exactly what he was claiming because we got here a little late, but no, Tata Jedi, I did not say that I liked you. Quite the opposite, actually. We like Frank here, okay? We're Frank people here, not Tata Jedi people. We like your channel, but it's because of Frank. Okay? Okay. But yeah, that's a shining example. I'm always talking about how a YouTube channel can absolutely affect a case, can absolutely affect how justice is served. And right there, we saw that it could actually happen. Now, it didn't, luckily, but it was brought up in court. He could have, if the judge was a jackass, right? Or if that person who posted on Reddit was more convincing in some way, shape, or form, this could have been declared a mistrial. After everything that we saw, after everything that has gone down, this could have been declared a mistrial. But these YouTubers don't seem to fucking have any sense of understanding this. They don't seem to get it. And yes, you tampering with witnesses, going and interviewing people because you have a press pass. No, you don't have a press pass. No. Your beard slaps everybody. Tata Jedi. Shut up. Shut up. Slaps everybody. With its smell. Yeah, so it's perfectly feasible. It's perfectly feasible that even just I mean a YouTuber or even just some troll jackass on a Reddit forum. Some troll jackass on a Reddit forum could have completely thrown a monkey wrench in this whole case and cost the families of these victims that he's on trial for, could have cost them justice. Think about that for a second. Just think about that. Like some idiot, nameless troll was on Reddit and came this close to costing the families of these victims justice. It's that easy. And so you've got all these idiots out there going, well, at least they're doing something. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. They're potentially costing little Quentin Simon justice by being out there and causing a scene, knocking on doors, yelling at cars, cussing at kids. But at least they're doing something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that had JLR written all over it too. Totally did. I could totally see JLR doing that bullshit. So do we know how long? Did anybody catch that? I missed it. Did anybody catch like how long they're in recess for? I think they're just waiting for the jury to come back. But I feel like the jury right now is like a well-oiled machine. I think this jury wants to go home so fucking bad. Oh my God. I feel like this jury is sitting in that room and being like, people, let's go. Next case. Okay. All right. You. Okay, we're all unanimous. Cool. Next charge. Next count. Let's go. Let's go. No, and the fact that JLR isn't even like talking about this case or doing anything regarding this case just tells me that he's just a fucking troll. He doesn't give a shit about anything. Like when he was advocating and making a whole skeptical of the Sandy Hook killings and all of that, and acting like he was advocating for the killer. The fact that he's not talking about this case at all tells me that he doesn't give a shit about anything except clout. All JLR gives a fuck about is clout, and that's it. He doesn't give a fuck about anyone. He's just an insecure little bitch that wants to make a name for himself by being loud. And that's it. Nothing. He has no convictions. He doesn't feel strongly about anything. He doesn't feel passionate about anything except being recognized, except getting attention. That's what him and Bullhorn Betty have in common. That's what him, Olivia, Bullhorn Betty, Chronicles of Olivia. Yes, and I'm naming their channel so that you know who they are. Chronicles of Olivia, Bullhorn Betty, Molly Golightly, Jonathan Lee Riches. All they give a shit about is getting attention. They'll stir shit up and they'll throw an absolute monkey wrench into a victim getting justice just for attention. That's all they're interested in, is attention. And yes, some of you might say, well, you know, you're contributing to that attention glarer by acknowledging them and talking about them. Yeah, and I know a lot of creators would just ignore them and say no, you know, like I don't want to contribute to that. But I'm not doing it to give them attention. I'm doing it to hopefully educate people who are fooled by their bullshit. That's my whole goal is I'm trying to hit them in their wallets. All of the support that they get, I'm trying to create awareness, and I realize it's at the cost of giving them more attention, sure, but you know, them getting a view, you know, or somebody subscribing because they can't look away from the train wreck, that's a small price to pay in order to educate one person who takes their hard-earned money and donates it to them for their bullshit. That's where they make their real money. That's what I choose to focus on. I would rather educate the people who are stupid enough to give them money. Above the tree 716. I agree with you. I agree with you. And let's go over some of that stuff. Let's have some fun. Because Heels in the Air has been real busy lately, by the way, guys. I'm a big fan of the clip channels, folks. Big fan. Wait a second. This is Huge Anus. Huge Anus is another clip channel. Does great. Let's watch her latest video.
Much rather be home dealing with my roof. I mean, it's not a picnic dealing with a freaking roof ripped off your house.
Oh my God, dude. You lost some shingles on the roof, for fuck's sake. Like right off the bat, she's grifting.
From a hurricane, but
begging for money.
I'd rather be dealing with that than sitting out in front of a monster's home that killed her 20-month-old child. To be honest with you, this sickens me.
Really? I make more money
You ain't
than you
got a
do.
job nowhere.
Oh, good Lord, shut up.
It's your job. Hell, you got a hell of a job, woman.
Exactly. I do it well, don't I? I'm driving you crazy.
What they pay you? How much they pay you to stand out here in the street and make an asshole out of yourself?
1,000.
Look, this dude is awesome. He's like, how much they pay you to stand out here and make an asshole out of yourself? Oh my God. And she totally admits, she's like, I'm doing my job well, aren't I? I'm driving you crazy. So that's all she does. She's admitted right here to simply being a Karen. This is how she makes a living. She grifts money out of people so that she can go Karen people. It's amazing.
1,000.
Boy, you got it.
1,000. 1,000.
Thousands.
Working on my nerves.
Oh, did you get mad?
If me being out here all day and freaking night working my ever loving butt off is not a testament to how much I care about this 20-month-old child, I don't know what is going to convince anybody. We are not out here for any other reason than to expose this family and find out why she is not in jail. Why would I have to lie?
Except you just said.
Why would I have to lie?
Except you just said that you were out there trying to drive people crazy.
I have nothing to hide. Nothing whatsoever.
1,000.
1,000.
1,000.
I love these clip channels, man. They're so much fun.
No, lady, I'm not a liar. I'm using your own words. Your own words.
Yeah, that's what we're all doing. We're using your own words, Betty. Everybody that you try to strike, yeah, we're just using your own words. That's it. Let's find some heels in the air. She's been busy. She's been busy. Oh, man, there's so many. Oh, my God. Now, I'm going to go over these again. I'm going to do like a live soon that is basically just dedicated to these assholes. But oh my God, there's so many. Damn, she's been busy, dude. Let's start off with her threatening Savage. Let's do that. Well, actually, no. Let's just go in order. let's go over the interview. We're gonna celebrate Heels in the air here for a minute. What's up, Heels? I'm glad you're here. We're doing a celebration of your most recent work while we wait for the jury to deliberate. Make sure to subscribe to Heels in the Air, y'all.
All right, I'll hold this out for you. You don't have to like lean down into it. It'll pick you up just fine. First off,
she's like, I don't want you fucking near me. Like, I don't want you near me. I don't want you to deliver that cheeseburger that's in your belly right in front of me.
you can say and spell your name. So my name's Andrew Griffin, aka Bullhorn Betty on YouTube. There's a 20-month-old missing child. We're coming out here to do our part. We've got flyers.
Now, I watched this before. Heels. I love Heels because Heels fact checks. She fact checks. She's thorough. It's fun.
Doing this for other young children and other victims of crime. Oh, I can tell you a lot of people don't realize that people like me, we cry at night. This is the stuff that keeps us up. This has to come to an end. And I am pushing right now for a centralized database that all children go in that have any kind of documentation from CPS where a social service worker can literally put in their social security number and see all the records from all the states from across this country. That's what
First of all, you can't even Google, for fuck's sake. Like, you can't even find one fact on a case that's verifiable. Okay? Second of all, I'm going to let Heels make that point at the end of this video. Let me repeat. Let me just play that one more time real quick.
This has to come to an end. And I am pushing right now for a centralized database that all children go in that have any kind of documentation from CPS where a social service worker can literally put in their social security number and see all the records from all the states from across this country.
Man, that is a novel idea. Betty, you are a genius and a hero.
What is needed? This is 2022, and I hope
it's 2022. Yes, it is. Yeah. The National Child Abuse and Neglect Data System, founded in 1988. You weren't aware of that at the time because you were too busy getting arrested and beating somebody up that you told that you love. Next. Yeah, we're just running through. We're gonna run through Heels' her latest work. That's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be fun. I honestly can't think of a better way to spend this jury deliberation.
As
Good
far
job.
as scavenge is concerned, baby, I'm going to tell you right now, and this is going to be your final warning. Do not put me in any of your, I'm telling you right now, and you will be getting a letter from me here shortly.
Oh my God.
I do not want any contact from you.
Mhm.
I don't want you talking to me. I don't want you putting me in your videos.
Mhm.
If you tag me and you contact me one more time,
Yeah.
that is contact. When I
Mhm.
get a notification from you,
Right.
that's contact. I'm
Right.
going to tell you the last time. Do not
Wait. So tagging somebody is contact. Really? Tagging somebody in your videos is contact. Wow. I almost regret this because it's too fucking early for such stupidity. I can't even.
not contact me again.
Okay.
Now I'm publicly coming out and telling you not to contact me again.
Mhm.
If I get one more notification
Mhm.
that I'm added into one of your videos,
Yes, ma'am.
I am going to
What?
file charges
Oh, dear.
for harassment.
Oh dear, the music's killing me. Y'all notice that music in the background? Let's play this one more time. It's so dramatic. I love it.
As
Good
far
job.
as scavenge is concerned, baby, I'm going to tell you right now, and this is going to be your final warning. Do not put me in any of your, I'm telling you right now,
Watch,
and
here
you will
we
be
go.
getting a letter from me here shortly.
Oh my God.
I do not want any contact from you.
Mhm.
I don't want you talking to me. I don't want you putting me in your videos.
Mhm.
If you tag me and you contact me one more time,
Yeah.
that is contact. When I
Mhm.
get a notification from you,
Right.
that's contact. I'm
Right.
going to tell you the last time. Do not contact me again.
Okay.
Now I'm publicly coming out and telling you not to contact me again. If I get one more notification
Mhm.
that I'm added into one of your videos,
Yes, ma'am.
I am going to
What?
file charges
Oh,
The
dear.
for
music's
harassment.
killing me,
Oh,
dude.
Okay?
Okay.
Let me tell you, you maybe have been played around with Dolly, but you've never played around with Bullhorn Betty.
Oh.
And
no.
girl, you're
Yeah.
about to be sued like nobody's business.
Oh.
And I will see you in court in North Carolina, babe,
Mm.
because I'm done with you.
Like you did crude.
Say one more thing, lie.
You know what kills me about this dude is like she follows Jonathan Lee Rich's like example. Like I'm just gonna fucking sue people because I'm just gonna sue people, but she doesn't take into consideration the simple fact, okay, folks, the simple fact that Jonathan Lee Riches did 10 years in prison for filing frivolous lawsuits. Yeah. So that doesn't register when she thinks about suing people and just throwing lawsuits around that would never hold any water ever. it doesn't register in her head that the example that she's following, the dude that she always puts on this weird pedestal all the fucking time, did prison time, 10 years prison time. Like there's people who have done less prison time for attempted murder, okay, for filing frivolous lawsuits. Like they wanted to throw that dude in a cell and never have to look at him again. It's incredible. And she doesn't like go, maybe that's not a good idea.
Lie about me and try to defame me, slander me,
Yeah.
and take money out of my pocket.
Right.
That is
Okay. Let's now. I don't know. 13 years. Sorry. Thank you. Heels in the air. I don't know to what extent I like Savage. But I haven't listened to all her content. So I don't know to what extent. I'm not going to sit here and say that she has not slandered her or has not defamed her. Maybe she has. I don't think she has. I don't see that being her thing. I think that she's just savage in the sense that she will like let you know what she thinks of you. Savage is fun. Savage is a fun channel. But I can't honestly say that she never has. I don't know, but it's gonna be really hard to prove. You know what I mean? Like it's a really difficult thing to prove in court. And if she knew anything about the law, like she claims that she does, she would know that and not sit here and run her fucking mouth about shit that she doesn't know anything about. And let's take a look at that mug, bro. Let's real quick. The mug where she was like, I can't believe that Billy Joe, the grandmother of Quentin Simon, is in her 40s. It doesn't make sense to me because she looks like she's 60, dude. Like, how are you talking about people's looks? Now, I don't like to get that dirty. You know what I mean? I don't like to get that dirty if I don't have to, like, you know, like if it's your choice, you know what I mean? Like I'll make fun of her hairdos because like she does that on purpose. Like I'm making fun of her choice in taste. That's different than making fun of something that she can't help. But dude, you looking this way do not get to talk about somebody looking older than they are. Come on. I mean, mira esa cara, bro. Like that. Está mal. Está mal.
That is, you're going to have penalties for that.
Voodoo
Okay,
candles?
that's called damages.
You recall it voodoo
Okay,
candles?
you have damaged me.
Bitch.
And I'm going to seek remedy for those damages
Okay,
in a lawful manner.
right.
So I hope your husband's prepared for this.
Mm.
Because once I start coming after you, I'm not going to stop until you pony up the bread, baby.
Oh, dear baby.
Because
Pony
I know
up
I
the
have
bread.
enough evidence to plead my case properly.
Then take
You've
it
got
to court.
nothing. You've got not a leg to stand on, and I will see you in court, babe. And trust me, I haven't even started going after you for the copyright stuff yet. But I will. I'm going to be filing it,
Mm-hmm.
and then once that is registered, I'm coming after you in federal court. Watch me work.
That's what you have
It's
to go
so
in.
crazy that people like get this serious about YouTube channels, dude. You know how many fucking idiots make fucking dumb videos about me? Like, I just don't care. Like, I'm not talking about taking people to court for fuck's sake. Like, I just don't care. It's not that serious. It's fucking YouTube, man. It's not that serious. It's all I'm doing. I'm literally right now, what I'm doing right now is killing time and having fun. That's literally all I'm doing. I don't like, I will sit here and hope. I will sit here and hope that law enforcement will do something as far as obstruction of justice if they affect the case, the Quentin Simon case, because they're going down there and tampering with witnesses and all kinds of shit. But I'm not calling the cops. You know what I mean? I'm not calling the Chatham County Police Station and going, hey, you know about that lady down there? Oh, well, she's got 42 charges and blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing that shit. Okay? I trust that law enforcement, if there's a case against her, they'll deal with it. You know what I mean? I hope so. Don't get me wrong. Would it be satisfying to me to see her in handcuffs? Absolutely. Totally. But I'm not going to like facilitate that happening. That's out of my place. I'm just a fucking YouTuber. I'm doing exactly what a YouTuber's fucking boundaries should dictate, which is just sit up here and talk. Sit up here, talk, and hope that it entertains you. That's it. That is the extent of my responsibilities. And that's even kind of beyond my responsibilities. You know what I mean? Like, it's my responsibility to be entertaining if I'm going to be up here. But I'm not, like, calling cops. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not filing lawsuits. That's insane behavior. It's insane behavior. Like, I would rather, you know what I was doing? I was watching, I haven't even finished it. And I'm not even impressed with it so far. I was watching the original Hellraiser for the first time ever, because I barely ever watch horror movies. But there's all this hype, and now there's a new Hellraiser. So I figured, okay, well, I'm going to give the new Hellraiser a chance. But I can't necessarily have an opinion on the new Hellraiser. on the remake of Hellraiser unless I watch the original. So that's what I'm doing. That is literally something better to do to me than sitting up here and talking about her and thinking about her. It's literally something better to do. Much less filing a lawsuit. Oh my God. I'm going to sue you.
So anyway.
Next video. This is a heels in the air celebration, y'all. Okay, I don't know what this is. Hold on. All right, so
I own the stuff,
wait.
some of that stuff on there. And if I want to go up and get my stuff and bring it down to this road, by God, that is exactly what I'm going to do. I never gave that stuff to them. That's stuff I own that I purchased and have
Wait,
receipts
that's in
for.
her description?
So they can call the law on me all they want. They can even give me a trespassing warning. They
she's
can
a
give me a
crazy
flipping ticket.
person.
I don't give a rat's ass. But I can guarantee one thing: they're not going to arrest me for moving my stuff.
She's a crazy person. Look at this is all just in her description. Oh my God.
And if they arrest me while letting a baby killer live inside that home,
And look at all the tags, bro. This is insane.
they've got to trust me. They've seen Bullhorn Betty. I've been calm. Like, what is this? I am calm, right? You guys have seen me in action. This is not.
Oh my God.
I own the stuff, some of that stuff on there. And if I want to go up and get my stuff and bring it down to this road, by God, that.
Dude, look at the ass kissing that's taking place here. You could do I could do a whole live just on her descriptions. I've never bothered to look at her descriptions. Oh my God, dude.
That is exactly what I'm going to do.
And she even kisses Upchurch's ass. Kylie Rodney slaps true crime. Upchurch slaps true crime YouTubers upside the head, plus more.
I never gave that.
And then look, she tags fucking Cuck Chaser, MGL, Icked Mel, Cinema Shogun, me. Oh
Stuff
my
to
God,
them.
dude.
That's stuff I own that I purchased and have receipts for.
Merch links,
So
Cash App, Venmo.
they can call the law on me all they want. They can even give me a trespassing warning. They can give me a flipping ticket. I don't give.
YouTube's best website. Going searching for videos about Kylie Rodney. Oh my God, dude. She's obsessed. She's obsessed.
A rat's ass. But I can guarantee one thing: they're not going to arrest me for moving my stuff.
Dude, look at this. Okay, this is getting crazy. You got to see this. Tagging Kylie Rodney in that statement. Ryan Upchurch. Like, she wants so bad to link up with Upchurch because of his 3 million subs.
My stuff.
Like, that's not even a
And if
video. I don't even think that's a video on Kylie Rodney. She's in Savannah. And yet she's tagging Kylie Rodney and all this
Arrest
shit.
me
Why?
while letting a baby killer live inside that home. They've got to.
Look at all of the tags, dude. Oh, and she tagged Candace Starr. What a shocker. And Zab Girl.
They've seen Bullhorn Betty. I've been calm. Like, what is this? I am calm, right?
Yeah, you're calm.
You guys have
Right.
seen me in action.
Dude, you're not even calm when you're writing your descriptions, for fuck's sake. Dude, you know what I do? I copy and paste. I have this shit in my notes that has like my links and my disclaimer for fair use. And that's what I've been putting in my description. I copy and paste the shit. I have it in my notes in my phone, in my iPhone, and then like I paste the shit. Like in my description. That's as much effort as I go into putting into my descriptions.
This is not.
Oh my God,
I own
dude.
the stuff, some of that stuff on there. And if I want to go up and get my stuff and bring it down to this road, by God, that is exactly what I'm going to do. I never gave that
Look, she tags me again. Like, look at this shit.
stuff to them. That's stuff I own that I purchased and have receipts for.
And then there's an Amazon wish list. I feel stupid for not having one of those. Only because of these assholes. I'm like, well, I need this fucking thing. You know what? And then I'm like, nah, I can't do it.
So they can call the law on me all they want. They can even give me a trespassing warning. They can give me a flipping ticket. I don't give a rat's ass. But I can guarantee one thing. They're not going to arrest me for moving my stuff. And if they arrest me while letting a baby killer live inside that home,
dude,
they've got to trust me.
This is insane. Look at, I'm not even listening to what she's saying. I'm just looking at the description.
They've seen Bullhorn
of one video.
I've been calm. Like, what is this? I am calm, right? You guys have seen me in action. This is not.
Dude.
I own the stuff, some of that stuff on there. And if I want to go up and get.
That's just crazy. That is just fucking crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Let me see if is the jury back yet? I don't think the jury's back yet. No, jury's not back yet. I'm gonna have that ready for when they are. I don't expect the jury to be back anytime soon, honestly.
Looks like you're sleeping. I came to wake you up, battling demons. I'm here to break it up. Just sit back, relax, and get ready to fly.
I'm not gonna get struck for this, am I? I don't know this music. Well, this is a live. I'm not going over a live. Hold on. That's a live. I forgot which one I was on. Hold on. Okay.
In the windows. You gonna go down there?
Talking about bending the rails. You're talking about putting.
Okay, now Betty's gonna tell us how to build a goddamn train. Okay, you gotta bend the rails. You gotta wrap that bitch around the forest. You know, over the woods, through the hills, and all kinds of shit. Right?
Come on. When I went to school, they taught us all this stuff. They even taught us the law. Did you know that? When I went to school, they taught me how to make wood work and make it usable. They taught me how to sew boxers. They taught me how to make macaroni and cheese. They taught me how to balance a checkbook.
What fucking school did you go to? Wait a second. Where they taught you how to sew boxers? Okay. What? I mean, that speaks volumes, because when I was in school, they were teaching us grammar and mathematics and history and economics. But what they were not teaching us was how to sew boxers. Hold on. I gotta hear these lessons one more time.
Talking about bending the rails. You're talking about putting.
Okay, now Betty's gonna tell us how to build a goddamn train. Okay.
When I went to school, they taught me how to make wood work and make it usable.
That's called wood shop. Okay. Did she just take all electives, or?
They taught me how to sew boxers. They taught me how to make macaroni and cheese. They taught me how to.
So you had to learn how to make mac and cheese in a class. Here. Okay. Off the top of my head. Okay, Betty. And you know what? Hey, welcome to Glare University, folks. I'm glad all 200 of you are in here. I'm going to teach you guys how to make mac and cheese right now. Take a box of mac and cheese. Okay. All right. This is the hard one, though. This is the difficult mac and cheese, not the kind that the sauce is already in a big silver packet that's already cheesy. Okay. This is the powder form. Okay. Now take note. It's very complicated. All right. You're going to open the box. You're going to boil some water first. And then once the water's boiling, you put the macaroni in the boiling water with a little bit of oil. Okay. And a little bit of salt, if you like flavor. Okay. And boil it in the water and then with a little bit of oil and salt. The oil is so that the macaronis don't stick together. Okay. And you boil it for about 7 to 8 minutes, give or take. I like to taste the macaroni before I drain it to make sure that it's at the consistency that I like, and it's cooked the way that I like it. Then I drain the macaroni and cheese. Then I take the white packet of cheese powder. I open it up. I dump it in there. I take a 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons, okay, of butter or margarine, and a 1/4 cup of milk, okay, or 4 tablespoons of milk. And I put all that together and I mix it up, okay? I mix it up, all right? And then I enjoy a poor man's feast that I learned how to make on my own by reading the box when I was 10, okay? Yeah. So you're all welcome. You're all welcome for the lesson in macaroni and cheese.
Taught me how to balance a checkbook.
Getting out of town before I get there?
Yeah. I'm sure.
You know,
I don't want to get beat up.
I will beat that ass. I'm also going to go down there and beat that girl's ass.
Oh, Lord. I warned them that you were coming, Molly.
I don't know if I'm going to beat her ass. I want her.
I warned them.
I want her to beat my ass.
I said, look, y'all done met Dolly. I was like, but y'all about to meet Molly. And I don't think
want
they're
that
ready.
girl to beat my ass.
Dolly knows.
You heard she's twerking it.
So now Dolly is on a road trip with somebody that he just said that he was scared of getting beat up from, and he's most likely fucking her. That's a surefire way to get beat up by Betty. History teaches us, folks, that if you want to get beat up by Betty, you stick your dick in her. Way to go, way to go, buddy. Good move. Smart.
Twerking in the windows. You gonna go down there, Molly, and y'all gonna have a twerking contest.
Want her to beat my ass.
Are you gonna try to fight her?
I'm not going to fight her. I want her to beat my ass so that she can go to jail and they can get her for something.
I know, right?
Let her beat my ass.
Betty doesn't beat up women. She beats up dudes like Dolly.
Yeah, it's better she beats your ass than mine. I second that, Molly.
I want her to go to jail so that they have her on something.
You seem a little tougher. You could probably take it a little bit better than I could. I'm fragile. And I got soft skin. Dolly so.
It's true, and that's why she likes you.
Well, Dolly, use your brain. Don't you want to see plans to do with this girl that's acting completely aloof about this situation? Because right now it doesn't look like law enforcement's doing
Dolly's trying to think of what aloof might mean.
shit when they already have surveillance that she put this baby. They have it on video. In
What's up, Chasing? It's good to see you.
Yeah,
Well,
no one
subscribe to
said they have
Chasing
it on
Truth.
video of her putting the child
Make sure to subscribe to Chasing Truth. She's awesome.
in the garbage. Absolutely no one. Here comes Molly, as usual, into a case 5 minutes before she gets on the plane for her big moment on someone's news camera.
all that a crime.
Well, I believe the baby was in something.
Wait, 1 second. Is that circumstantial? evidence?
Yeah. Because you don't know what she put in the dumpster. She put.
Hold on. Molly's about to
Explain
give us some legal
circumstantial,
advice.
right? Yeah, explain circumstantial
or
evidence.
legal acumen.
I love it.
An object in the dumpster, but they can't say, the baby could have been wrapped up in something.
Well, then where's the fucking baby?
I think it's in the landfill. That's what I think.
Well, where is she saying that the baby is? To the police.
5 minutes before she jumps on a plane.
That she woke up and the door was open and the baby's gone.
And the fact that she for it?
The mother put out a statement saying that she didn't remember and stuff, but now they're trying to say that they didn't say that.
I'm going to talk to.
Listen to the minds that are on this case, bro. Like the minds that are working on this case right now. Fantastic.
The 3 attorneys and my husband and see
Oh my God.
if my idea is I'm not gonna tell you who the attorneys are, but I'm gonna speak to my husband and the attorneys.
And they will tell you to stay the fuck out of it.
Does Adrian get reception at the Russian bathhouse? Just curious.
I mean, if this is a good idea.
I'm going to tell you now, if I was your attorney and you called me and said, Dolly, I'm thinking about letting this girl beat me up so she'll go to jail, I would be like, I do not think that's a good idea.
Why?
Wow. Score for the Hobbit.
1. What is she?
1, it's stupid. 1, it's not a good idea, honey.
Makes you retarded. Beats you in the head, and now you're crazy.
Oh,
or you end up falling, hitting your head, and you walk with a limp. I mean, anything. Anything bad could happen.
She's not that. No, she's not tougher than me. I'll paralyze her.
She's a killer.
Okay.
Unreal.
I understand that. Absolutely.
I looked her right in her little beady eyes. And I told her, I said, I don't know, she's been twerking in the window. She might get brave.
That's disgusting.
You know what I'm saying? She might see you out there and be like, oh, hell no. That's Molly Golightly out there and just come out there and drop it.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting that she's twerking in the window. It's disgusting, says the one who goes by Big Juicy and tried to be famous by twerking, literally twerking on Wife Swap. Okay.
Drop kick you off the top rope.
Molly's
Verdicts?
not the
Hold
best judge of what disgusting.
No, we're not
is. I'm
there
just
yet.
gonna lay that out there.
Seems like, oh, I heard about this lady. I've been waiting for you.
I've got my eye on it. There's no verdicts yet.
If you go to jail in Georgia, we can't get you out.
I will body slam her, and she is going to be very, very hurt. Now,
If you go to jail, Molly, we can't get you out in Georgia.
Oh.
No, the thing is that she was actually hurting me. But the way you say that I should be afraid of her, no, I would be afraid to put my hand on someone that tiny because I've been in a lot of fights.
Yeah, you weigh like 220 pounds. That's a factor.
I would be
I'm scared,
afraid.
Molly. I wouldn't fight you. I'd run.
I would not want to fight anyone either. But the thing is with my rage and anger against.
I'm not getting close to somebody who claims that their vagina smells like chicken cutlets. I'm just not even getting close to them. Not even near them.
A baby killer? I mean, I've never took out my rage and anger out on a baby killer. Just to the birth.
You have rage and anger when someone goes in another panel besides yours.
Fine.
You know what? I think you can actually scream you're a baby killer and get away with it this time.
Yeah, raw chicken cutlets. Sorry,
Molly,
fit
stop
and
with the moose
curvy.
knuckle against
Yes,
the table.
raw chicken cutlets.
Go down there and do any sleuthing.
Sleuthing.
Yeah, like digging around, see if
She doesn't know what sleuthing means.
you can find some answers to what's going on.
Yeah, thank you, darling.
To be fucking honest with you, there has to be, and I'm just being honest. Like I said, I'm
Okay,
not
so
when the garbage gets picked up.
thank you guys. I appreciate it. So there is a verdict. They've reached a verdict already. Like it actually, this is off the subject. It went quicker than I expected. It went quicker than I expected. I don't know. Like, I'll try to tough this out and stay on with you guys for another hour before it's read. But man, yeah, that didn't take long at all. Considering that they had to go through 76 different counts, 76 charges they had to go through in their deliberation. 76 charges, dude. Like, that was no time at all. Like, I didn't think it was going to happen until at least, like, I don't know, 5 p.m. or so. And yeah, going back to what we were just listening to, Molly claims that her vagina smells like raw chicken cutlets. It's a fact. Watch Burnt Toast. She has the footage.
Picked up. Now, I don't know much about garbage, except for the actual trolls that come on my channel. But I don't know much about garbage. But I do believe that when it gets compacted and taught, that certain areas go to certain areas in the...
Molly, if you would pay attention, I'm sorry, Molly, if you would pay attention, they've gone over all of this. All the technicalities of how they have pinpointed a certain area in the landfill. But you go ahead and tell us.
Landfill. Why don't you just give permission for me and my friends, put us in some hazmat suits,
don't say it,
and let us.
Okay.
Give us 2 weeks.
You're going to make me hurt myself.
2 weeks
Oh my
to
God.
search.
I get it, Heels. Heels is in the same kind of pain that I'm in listening to that shit right now. She's like, don't say it, don't say it. Look, man, yes, no idiot, okay? You and your friends, and she's already trying to take leadership over this whole thing, which is really funny. What's going to happen is she's going to get down there to Savannah, and they're going to butt heads immediately. She's going to try to take leadership and take control of the entire situation. And here she is right now. Her deluded mind thinks that there's logic behind law enforcement going here. Big Juicy, here's some hazmat suits for you and your friends, quote unquote, to search this landfill. And listen, Molly's not digging through garbage. Okay, she's way too prissy. It's never going to happen. Molly's never going to do that because she was heels on the ground in Rogersville. She was heels on the ground in Rogersville and wouldn't even fucking step foot in terrain. She was like, there's no way. There's no way I can do this. Nobody could search in this. There's branches. There's trees. How can anybody search for this? They can't search for anything. Oh my God.
Give us 2 fucking weeks to search.
2 fucking weeks.
Now, that's not my thing, but if you allowed me,
we know it's not your thing,
and gave us a direction, one spot.
Molly, thinking is not your thing.
Now, that's not something I would like to stumble upon in my lifetime.
Yeah.
But would I do it? Absolutely.
Yeah, I would go out there and search too if they gave me permission to search.
You wouldn't.
I'd be like right out in the landfill digging through trash all day long. You know what I'm saying? I think they should open it up to people.
Yeah, Dolly. I could just see Dolly out there in the landfill with his walking stick and his fucking mosquito hat with the net. Sitting there poking in the trash going, I don't see nothing. Wait, that looks like a pile over there that I'm on. Let me see if there's something in there. And start poking a stick. Oh my God. What? I think that might be something over there. Hold on. Let me get my snake boots. Get me bulletproof for snakes. Bulletproof against the snakes in the landfill.
Dolly, we've seen you search.
Yeah, exactly.
Public that want to get out there and search. They're taking it a lot faster. It's better than them giving up.
You don't go out there and just throw trash around. You're not just digging through a pile, throwing shit. I'm sorry. There's a way that they do it, and it's very painstakingly slow. You
Right.
don't.
Like we saw how organized it was. Like we saw, I went over that. all joking aside, Heels is making a very good point in her narration here. We saw the drone footage of what these people were doing with this search, and it was extremely organized. They're looking for anything, and they are extremely careful that they don't contaminate any evidence that's found. And just try to imagine how difficult and tedious it would be to try to not contaminate something even further than it's already contaminated, because it's literally in a pile of trash. Okay? So just this thought is beyond their capabilities of thinking. It's insane. Like, it's mind-blowing to see people this stupid. It's mind-blowing. It's entertaining, but it's mind-blowing to see that people can be this fucking dumb.
You don't grab a tarp and pop it like a trash bag.
Exactly. Chasing truth.
I think you're in love with me.
I'm in love. You're my life coach.
Daddy,
You've changed my life.
I did?
You changed my life. You're the best life coach ever. I was a loser before I met you, Molly.
I know all that.
Hey, watch.
Molly, stay home.
Watch.
Honest.
Watch my view count go down to 100 right now. Watch it right now. You ready? Imagine Dolly and MGL and Bullhorn Betty in a straight up Barry White soundtracked menage a trois. Y'all kiss each other. Let me see y'all kiss each other. Oh my god, I'm the worst. I troll my own fucking chat. It's I'm the worst creator ever. I am not a smart creator at all.
Honestly. Other than Dolly wanting to motivate you, nobody wants you there.
Feels so good. Bang, 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 bang.
I want you to be here. I want you to be here. Every day when I wake up, I just want to hear your voice saying,
Hold on. Let's get. We're just going down the list. We're just going down the list, y'all. We're celebrating Heels in the Air today. That's what we're doing.
When you're out on your house and somebody's on a public event, they are more than welcome to take pictures. That is the law. That is the law. That is the Constitution. I have every right to be here under the Constitution. I have a right to protest peacefully under the Constitution, and I will do so at my apparel.
At my apparel. Okay, my apparel. I will do so at my clothing. I will do so at my clothing and accessories.
Andrew, it seems like you've led a hard life. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
I had a relapse in 2008, and then I got clean again. Well, the problem.
Except when you get fucking hammered drunk on live streams and fall in love with an imaginary character that I made up and called you on the phone. I can't believe I'm talking to the great Bullhorn Betty. Oh my God.
The problem here is that I was still toxic. I was still a toxic person. I was just a sober person, but I was still toxic.
I love that she says she used to be toxic. Like, that's fucking fantastic to me. I was toxic while she's standing there obstructing an investigation for a 20-month-old boy who's most likely been murdered, who has allegedly been murdered. Okay. A 20-month boy, 20-month-old boy. I almost said 20-month-year-old boy, like she keeps saying. I almost said that. A 20-month-old boy. Okay. And she's claiming, and while she's standing there, camped out, that is funded by her listeners, screaming through a bullhorn, baby killer, baby killer, baby killer, when there are neighbors who have children. Okay? Neighbors. It's a neighborhood. It's a residential area. And she's screaming through a bullhorn, baby killer, and God knows what else. Cussing, screaming. And guess what? Those neighbors have kids. But she used to be a toxic person. She's over that now. She's over that now, folks.
And it's because I still had the baggage of my childhood trauma.
What kind of steps did you take to improve your life?
Actually had to purge that. I actually had to go to counseling. I actually had to do the steps necessary to take that off my shoulders.
I can see that you feel very strongly about Leilani. Is there something personal about it?
Now, this is awesome because Heels is like simulating like an interview. This is really funny. It's very good.
By the grace of God, there go I. And that's why I do this work. Because I think it's unacceptable. I've walked down every horrible road you can possibly walk down, and I came out smelling like a rose. It took a lot of hard work, and it took me working on myself for many, many years to be here where I am today.
Well, that's the thing, Bullhorn Betty. She's, I think, 22 or 23. You're 43. So you have 20 years on her.
Yeah.
Think about
like seriously, okay? And Aaron, great comment. Who hasn't had trauma? Like, listen, I'm going to let everybody in on a little secret that you already know, actually, because it's no fucking secret. Life fucking sucks. Even when you're happy, even when you have so many breaks, even when you are successful, blah, 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 guarantee you that you've had something that has traumatized you. You don't get to use it as an excuse to treat other people like shit. Okay? I love that I already have a chat that knows this. I know I'm not saying anything that you guys don't already know, but I'm hoping that some of Betty's people get this. Guess what? This little feel sorry for me fucking act that you adapt. And I love that shit because she's one of the first people to call somebody a fucking snowflake, right? She loves to call people snowflakes. And here she is whining about childhood trauma. I had a rough childhood. We all had fucking rough childhoods, dude. Everybody had a rough fucking childhood. Some rougher than others, sure. But it's no excuse to act like a complete and total fucking asshole for the rest of your life. I mean, it's that's like any school shooter using that as an excuse. That's like any mass murderer using that as an excuse. That's like no different than a serial killer using that as an excuse. We've all had trauma. It's up to you, like you're sitting here saying that you did, to go through the steps and deal with your trauma. And if you went to therapy, I'm not saying that you're weak for having to go to therapy. If that's what's necessary to get through, great. But what she's saying, what I'm seeing from the overall display of Bullhorn Betty is that she went through the steps and she got therapy and still chooses to act like a complete and utter asshole and justifies it.
About where you were. I'm not saying.
And yes, it's court-ordered therapy because she's an abusive piece of shit and she's still abusive. She abuses everyone in her environment just by her presence and the way that she presents herself and the way that she expresses herself. It's always abusive. If I wasn't adding humor to this, if Heels in the Air wasn't adding humor to this, it would be abusive. We would be like, fuck, this sucks.
Killing a child, there's no, I'm not giving her the excuse you're giving yourself for all the violence I've seen in your record. But you're not giving her any sort of break when it took you 20 years, more than 20 years.
Thank God I am here today. I shouldn't be here, folks. There's been so many times that I should be dead that it's not even funny. God gave me this life. God gave me this voice,
Now
and I will dance.
and I'm going to say something here that's going to make people mad, okay? And rightfully so. I understand if you get upset over this, but it's an undeniable fact. We still don't know the circumstances. Let's assume baby Quentin is no longer with us, but we still don't know the circumstances of what happened. We don't know exactly what happened. Okay. It could have been an accident. I'm not saying that excuses her for lying about it or covering it up or whatever, but we still don't know. We don't know anybody's position in this entire thing. We still have a lot of facts that have not been presented to us, that have not been privy to us yet. Okay. All we know is that law enforcement has presumed that baby Quentin is dead and that the one suspect that they've named is Leilani, his mother. That's literally all we know. And that they are searching for him in a landfill because they have reason to believe that that's where he would be. Now, we could speculate as to how he may have gotten in that landfill, but guess what? He hasn't been found in that landfill yet. So we don't even for sure know that that's actually where he is. We still don't know the exact circumstances of what happened to baby Quentin. We still have no idea. And here are these people jumping to conclusions. And this is the irony. This is what I love about their stupidity that I find just extremely entertaining. Because if I didn't find it entertaining, it would make me mad and drive me nuts. Okay? But here they are, and they're saying that law enforcement is not doing their job and that law enforcement is feeding you a bunch of bullshit. Yet, all of their information that is causing them to do what they're doing is based on information. Everything that they're doing, all of their actions, not information, but all of their actions are based on information provided to them by law enforcement. Yes. So if law enforcement is completely full of shit, they're not doing their job, they're not doing anything that they're supposed to be doing, and they're feeding the public a bunch of bullshit, then why is it that their actions are all based on information that law enforcement has publicly provided? Riddle me that, Batman. That's the genius that you're dealing with. That is the intelligence that Bullhorn Betty supporters are supporting. Dolly Vision supporters are supporting. That's the logic. That is the basis of all that logic. Think about that for a second. I'm going to repeat one more time. Okay? I'm going to repeat one more time. Everything that they're doing, they are justifying their actions by saying that law enforcement is not doing their job and that they are feeding the public a bunch of bullshit. Yet, all of their justifications for their actions is based on information that law enforcement has provided to the public. Okay? Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. These are people who don't want to get jobs. And what's so funny is you can fucking make money on YouTube. There's nothing wrong with making money on YouTube. I make money on YouTube. But I sleep well at night knowing that I'm not fucking doing it feeding people false information and coming off like I'm something more than I actually am, because I'm not. I am a jackass with a big mouth who's very opinionated. And if you want to give me money for that, cool. I'm living the dream. I am living the dream because it entertains you. That's it. But I will never come off like I'm an expert in something. I'm not an attorney. I'm not an experienced law enforcement officer. I'm not a private investigator. I'm not a paralegal. I'm not a judge. I'm not a mental health professional. I'm none of these things. But I hope that we hang out together and have a good time. And once in a while, you guys give me money for it. See, look, Chasing Truth. Thank you. Also a jackass with a big mouth. Unite. Right. Exactly. Chasing Truth is way smarter than me, though. She's way smarter than me. She like absorbs information and delivers it like super well. She's awesome. Thank you, Chasing Truth. That's not even deserved, especially coming from you.
Will damn sure use it. This is my repentance for all the stuff I did. It's fighting for these people.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and call bullshit on that, because Dolly earlier said, you're not anything like the Bullhorn Betty we see in your videos. That you're very nice. You're completely different. You're not as hard and as loud as you are on Bullhorn Betty channel. So I think you're doing this for clicks and views. And
That's
money.
it. That's it.
My opinion.
See, the difference is
Each and every time I come out to these
here's
cases,
my
because
opinion, and I've expressed this opinion before. I believe, personally, that heels in the air. Thank you. Stop, man. Of all the people giving me money right now, you two are the last people that should be giving me money. Thank you. I'm of the opinion that Dolly knows that he's completely full of shit. He knows he's a hustler. He's hustling his audience. He knows it. He's aware of it. I believe that Molly Golightly totally hustles her audience, is fully aware of what she's doing. She has an agenda. Now, Bullhorn Betty has the same agenda. The difference is I don't think that she's aware. I think that she has convinced herself of these crazy things that she tries to make herself out to be to her audience. I think that she thinks that she is well-versed in the law. I think that she thinks that she is somebody who has gone through the work in therapy and gotten better, and now she's fighting the good fight for the victims and for the little guy. She believes this bullshit.
because trust me, no matter what the hate says about clicks and views, I could give two craps about that.
She said, right? Chasing Hughes.
It's about making sure that this case is exposed as quickly and as far as possible. I believe that this is a capital case.
Yeah, but it's not a capital case. Go look it up.
Yeah, there's no evidence to dictate
you should have to face the
that
death
it's a capital case.
That's what I truly want for you. That's what I truly want for you.
You are truly a sick ticket. Baby killers should be killed. I agree. But we don't know what happened. We don't know if there was an accident. And if it was an accident and she covered up for it or covered it up, she'll go to prison for a very long time.
Annie from 10 to Life made she actually put out a theory, and I think that that's probably the most responsible theory that could be made so far, based on everything that we know about the case because of the pool being drained and so on and so forth. Annie believes that Quentin probably fell in the pool. and maybe Leilani was on drugs or God knows what, and panicked and did something to cover up what happened. And that's Annie's theory. It makes sense to me. I don't think it's irresponsible, because I'm not going to start calling somebody a killer when we don't even know if somebody actually got killed for sure. You know what I mean? So I think that's the responsible way of speculating, considering the facts that we have so far. And we don't have that many facts. We really don't have that many facts. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying if you're going to speculate based on the facts that we currently have, that would be the most responsible speculation to reach.
We just don't know. You seem a little evil, just a little.
But I've never had two black eyes in my life. Ever.
You've given them, though.
Ever. Right? I've never.
Okay, that was a little psychotic.
That was
Let's watch it again.
Yeah,
But I've never had two black eyes in my life.
Let's watch that again.
Ever.
Look at her face.
Ever.
Dude, you can see past her sunglasses. You can see the
Never.
crazy in her eyes, even though she's got sunglasses on. That's wild, dude. That is fucking wild. Hold on. Next. This is a heels in the air celebration, y'all. She's doing good work. All right. Okay, here we go. Oh.
Into my hand. Thank you
Oh my God.
for going finally, breaking your silence
Wait. I
and
gotta
going.
start it over. Sorry.
Everybody asks us, what are you protesters doing? What are you protesters doing? What are you doing? You know what? Every time we go somewhere, we force them to talk. Yeah, we now have Leilani on camera.
But she's not protesting. I want to be clear about that real quick, since we're like she's not. They're not protesting. Like you're yelling. That's it. You're interfering in an investigation. This isn't like, okay, well, somebody is wrongfully jailed and you're in front of the courthouse protesting. You know, that's not what these people are doing. They're standing in a neighborhood, disturbing the peace and abusing, not exercising, but abusing their First Amendment right to do so. And the fact of the matter is I think that they're breaking the law. And I honestly think that the only reason that law enforcement has not arrested all of them yet is because they don't want to give them more clout. They don't want to martyr them. These are people who can't take responsibility for their own actions. They can't even take responsibility for their own lives. So what's going to happen is they're going to get put in handcuffs. She's going to be screaming and yelling as they drag her off in handcuffs, and Dolly's going to be filming it, and she's going to be going, look what they're doing to me. They're abusing me. They're taking away my rights as an American. I'm an activist. I'm here fighting for a victim, and they're arresting me, and the murderer of a 20-month-old child is walking free. Bah, bah, bah. That's what she's going to do. And the cops are not going to give her that satisfaction because that's what she wants. You think the fact that she's been arrested 42 times, one more time is going to faze her? She doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't care. That's what she wants. She wants to get arrested. She wants to be martyred. Or at least give the appearance of martyrism. If that's even a word, sorry, I just assumed it is. But she's not gonna. Yeah, that's all she wants, because she knows that it'll build her channel. But law enforcement knows that it'll build her channel, and also law enforcement is not going to do it because it's going to take away resources from finding Quentin. And finding out exactly what happened to Quentin and building the case against Leilani, which is what they're coming off like they're trying to do. So right now they're working on building a case against Leilani, and they're not that would draw resources away from that, is wasting their time on these fucking idiots. That's all that would happen.
Camera.
Oh,
making
you got
a
her to do that.
You're talking about being able to allow body language experts now to look at her and Billy Joe, read their body language. We now
Your hair looks nice, by the way.
have a state.
Why is she taking credit for that? Why does she think that she can take credit for that? It's a high profile case. Everyone's talking about it. Okay? That's why she got in front of a camera and did an interview, because law enforcement publicly stated, we're looking at you, asshole. And now the whole world, not just these idiots, but the whole world are looking at her going, you suck. You're a baby killer and we hate you. The majority of people, anyway. I still don't know what the hell the facts are of the case. I still don't know. But no, like, and now she's saying body language experts are going to be able to. No, it doesn't matter. You know what's going to happen if body language experts look at her in that interview that she did, which I still haven't even gone over. But this interview that Leilani conducted with Billy Joe, right? Well, all that's going to happen, it's going to make content for other YouTubers. That's literally all it's going to do. It's not going to be used in court. It's not going to be used to build. It's not going to be used as evidence to convict anybody. It's going to be used by YouTubers like Police Off the Cuff and say, oh, look at this body. We've got this body language expert as a guest. What do you think? It's going to be used as content for that one channel who are actually body language experts. I forgot their name. That's it. And once they analyze it, it's going to be used by YouTubers like me, like Chasing Truth, maybe Gray Hughes. It's maybe going to be used by other YouTubers. That's all that's going to happen. It's not going to be used as evidence to convict anyone. You did nothing, Betty. You did jack shit except create more content for other YouTubers. Congratulations. And you didn't even do that. You had about 2% of that. You get about 2% of the credit for that. As much as I get maybe 1% of that, since I'm not actually down there yelling and screaming through a bullhorn and making a complete and total ass of myself. So congratulations.
Statement on the record. You know, you guys are so stupid. You don't realize I've been dealing with criminals a heck of a lot longer than you guys have. The great thing about this, I'm not going to tell you guys too much.
How did you deal with criminals longer than us? By being in jail 42 times and interacting with criminals because you were locked in a pod with them? Okay, got it. Just checking.
Oh, don't give it your secret.
Too much, because that's that's bullhorn Betty, right? Leilani and Billy Joe.
Jesus.
I proved my point. You guys are making mistakes, and we're going to continue to allow you to make those mistakes. We just made Leilani.
No, you didn't.
Come out of her shell and have to answer questions.
No, you didn't.
And what that has done now is it's kind of...
We're almost there, folks.
Of course, we don't believe anything she says.
Few more minutes.
But she has made a statement. And now we have body language because she was on video. You played right into my hand. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a fact, folks, by the way. Just so you all know. And I don't even know which video it's in, but I went over all of the charges. And Heels in the Air has gone over all of the charges and showed her. And actually, I might even get to those. There's a rap sheet. There is a rap sheet. So those of you who think that I'm exaggerating when I say that she's been arrested 42 times, and a number of those, a significant number of those were domestic violence charges, violent charges. Okay. This woman is literally a fucking menace. Okay. There's no exaggerating about this.
or going finally, breaking your silence.
Well, does
and
the lawsuit count as 43? 42 is, I'm talking about criminal charges. I know she's being sued for not paying a credit card or some shit like that. I haven't even looked into that yet, but I know she's being sued for not paying a credit card, for running up a credit card. Who the fuck does that? What a fucking lowlife, dude. What a fucking lowlife. You're a lowlife, Betty.
and going and giving an interview. I was actually, again, surprised that this didn't happen earlier. I really thought that they were going to break last week.
Just not that good.
With the noise and stuff like that, but they didn't. But I have a lot more information this time. I have a lot more statements from people that knew them this time. I have a good understanding of what this hold was. It has been for a very, very long time. And again, this is why you don't want to play with Bullhorn Betty. You're in kids. I will come to your front door. We will shake things up. We will make you make mistakes.
Y'all, Dolly's in the room, but he's like, you can't see him in the shot because he's shaving her legs for her right now.
And this was a colossal mistake. I finally broke the news to them, and I know they watched my channel that they were played. But now that we told them that they just made a colossal mistake, they're going to be doing damage control. They are being played. Little girls don't know what they're dealing with when they're dealing with Bullhorn Betty. Like, I was expecting this to be them to break and break their silence and want to do damage control like a week ago when Dolly and I.
In the back chanting, with the pain, cocaine makes it all right. But hey, you know what? It doesn't really matter.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, baby. I had to put gas in it. Hold on a second. Oh my God. I should be in detention. Oh my God. Why is this doing this? Oh, hold on. I messed up. Annoying. Hold on. No, you don't. No, you don't force them to talk, stupid. We're almost through with this. Give me 1 second. I think we're going to get through this just in time.
On camera.
Oh, you got her to do that.
Making mistakes, and we're going to continue to allow you to make those mistakes. We just made Leilani
No, you didn't.
come out of her shell and have to answer
No,
questions.
you didn't.
And what that has done now is it's kind of
How's it help?
put her in the bottom. Of course, we don't believe anything she says.
Okay.
But she has made a statement. And now we have body language because she was on video.
And now we have body.
You played right into my hand. Thank you
Oh my God.
for going finally, breaking your silence and going and giving an interview. I was
you so
actually, again,
stupid?
surprised that this didn't happen earlier. I really thought that they were going to break last week
Just not that good.
with the noise and stuff like that, but they didn't. But I have a lot more information this time. I have a lot more statements from people that knew them this time. I have a good understanding of what this hold was. It has been for a very, very long time. And again, this is why you don't want to play with Bullhorn Betty. You're in kids. I will come to your front door. We will shake things up. We will make you make mistakes. And this was a colossal mistake. I finally broke the news to them, and I know they watched my channel that they were played. But now that we told them that they just made a colossal mistake, they're going to be doing damage control. They are being played. Little girls don't know what they're dealing with when they're dealing with Bullhorn Betty. Like, I was expecting this to be them to break and break their silence and want to do damage control like a week ago when Dolly and I.
In the back chanting, with the pain, cocaine makes it all right.
Oh, you guys are awesome.
But hey, you know what? It doesn't really matter. So we know that there's
Olivia?
drugs over here, right?
Olivia,
Oh, man.
why don't you get that on video
You guys
or
are the
audio?
Best. I love you guys in my chat.
You're a shit disturber. I want to hear it.
But I guess the police don't care about that.
So now it's time to get Chase Hughes and things of that nature to start looking at these.
Chase Hughes.
Chase Hughes.
To start looking at these?
Oh my God. Chase Hughes, you hear that? Better get to work. You better get to work. Y'all are fucking slacking. How dare you guys talk about all the other cases that are out there before instead of dwelling on this one and focusing on just the drama behind it. How dare you? How dare you focus on other missing people and unsolved murders? You fucking slackers.
Threaten to mace me.
Oh, this is.
Don't worry, we're protecting you. You faggot.
Mommy want me to pick you up.
What's going on? We're walking away in traffic. That's actually illegal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You touch my phone, boy?
He's running out. He's running off. He's running off. This is what you do to Antifa. They ran off like a coward.
Then he takes a swipe at a female.
Wait, he swung you?
Yeah, he swung.
Oh, yeah, that's super old. I remember this. Yeah, no, he did not swing at her. They went and harassed some guy who wasn't even Antifa. Like, this guy was not even Antifa. He was just a guy in a hoodie. They literally harassed some random dude on the street who wasn't even Antifa.
You got a murderer that lives in your community out on zero bond, trying to blow people up. He had bombs in his house.
Domestic terrorist alert! Domestic terrorist alert! Right here in your community! Right here in the small town of Oxford! Somebody building tank bombs in this community, threatening the neighbors. You can tell the neighbors.
Dogs were there at Summerwell's home to search for her with the 6 specific dogs. They didn't even have a toy to give the officers for that baby to pick up her scent to try to find her. They didn't even have a toy. They are sick.
Come on here and talk all the
Wait,
crap I want to, but I don't.
Did they change the time again? Lisa, am I wrong, or is Lisa wrong? Because aren't they supposed to read the verdict in like the next 7 minutes, 6 minutes actually? Or did they change? Did they push the time to another 45 minutes? Is that an update, or are you just like late to the party? I don't know. I've got it pulled up here, so we'll see if people start coming into the courtroom.
I have integrity, I have character, and I have class. Come get you some.
Yeah, come get you.
You got our address. Come get you some, boy.
Oh God. Jesus fuck.
Don't come here and tell me I'm a liar. You're the only liar here. Don't you dare call me a liar. I have never lied about a damn thing in my life.
Never.
Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe until I was 20, right? Then I grew up. I became an adult.
There you go. Those of you who don't believe me, there it is. There's that rap sheet, y'all. Look at that rap sheet. Look at all those mugshots. Look at age 31, age 33. Look at
But I've never had
Betty.
2 black eyes in my life. Ever.
No,
Ever.
but according to that rap sheet you've given him.
Right? I've never.
Look at. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to pause it. And I'm going to read that. 11 arrests for domestic violence from 90s to 2018. At least 4 different victims. None were prosecuted. None. This is exactly why so many serial abusers end up killing their partners or someone else. They get away with it. 11/11/2017, battery. 9/10/2016, battery. Running down the street half naked. Andrea Griffin broke her husband's nose, and as Griffin was being handcuffed, she told her husband that she would beat the hell out of him when she got out. September 20th, 2012, battery and DUI. June 1st, 2012, battery. August 18th, 2012, battery and DUI. 10/13, October 13th, 2012, battery and strangulation. 2013, felony DUI. February 23rd, 2011, battery. Told her victim that she would cut him up on the side of the road and have his family killed. Said she was connected and bonded out, and she told the arresting officer the same thing, by the way. August 28th, 2007, trespassing and convicted. July 10th, 2007, possession of cocaine and drug paraphernalia. Yeah, that's a fun police report to read, by the way, guys. July 10th, 2007, trespassing. November 3rd, 2006, battery. October 5th, 2005, DUI. April 25th, 2002, domestic battery charged. January 31st, 2001, petition for injunction for protection against repeated domestic violence. January 28th, 1999, domestic battery. October 13th, 1997, domestic battery, 6 months probation. In 1995, her own mother had a restraining order against Andrea and her father. She was 16 years old. 15, careless driving, failure to show license, speeding in school zone. No insurance. Yet she takes no accountability for any of this. It's all a lie. It's all a conspiracy. I think it's ironic because here we are.
Three a.m. this morning, I was advised that
Here we
the
go,
jury
folks.
had reached verdicts in this matter. And without anything further, I'll have the jury brought out.
Your Honor, I don't consent to being called that name and would like to address subject matter jurisdiction.
It doesn't matter. You're done.
Your objections are noted. I will not be addressing subject matter jurisdiction. Please bring the jury out.
Would it be proven for the record, Your Honor?
Just a reminder to everyone that I do expect everyone in the courtroom to demonstrate appropriate decorum and courtesy.
Yeah, we know that's standard. Sorry to interrupt that, but it's standard when reading a verdict. But I wanted to take a second before the jury comes out to thank you guys for being here to watch this. I know that there's like a bunch of other channels, some of them even run by attorneys. And you guys are here watching it with me, and that means so much to me, by the way. So I just wanted to be clear about that and express that to you guys. So thank you.
Your requests are noted, sir. We'll not be addressing that further.
For the record, may I respectfully reject that ruling and take exception to that ruling, Your Honor. Is that a tacit agreement and a judicial determination that you don't have to answer that question as a public servant, Your Honor? For the record, may I request the legal or factual basis for your ruling, Your Honor?
Like, she's not even having his bullshit anymore. She's just like,
For the record, may I respectfully request
she doesn't give a
judicial
fuck about
finding
anything
of
he's
fact
saying.
and conclusion of law on this issue, Your Honor.
All your requests are noted for the record. They all are denied, sir. All rise.
Denied.
Jury's coming in.
All of it's denied.
For the record, may I respectfully move for an interlocutory declaratory appeal on this matter, Your Honor?
Denied.
For the record, may I move to stay these proceedings until this instant matter is adjudicated by a court of competent jurisdiction.
Thank you, Juana Michel. Juana
Based on
Michel.
law or fact, Your Honor.
Just woke up. I live in Northern California. So happy to be in time for the verdict with you. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you.
Is that a tacit agreement that you don't have to answer that question? For the record, Your Honor, as a public
Like, she
servant.
knows how close this is to being over. She's so happy.
You don't have to address admiralty law or common law if this court is operating under admiralty law.
We'll not be addressing any of those issues.
He's a
Thank you,
third
everyone.
party.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen,
She's
of
so
the
done
jury,
with
I
his
think
dumb shit.
one among you to be the foreperson. All right, and I see it's your number 11. Have you reached verdicts on all 76 counts? Yes. All right, would you please hand all of the forms to the bailiff?
Get comfortable. I got to read 76 counts. Calamity Jade, thank you.
Your Honor, seeing is that we've reached the verdict, is it necessary that I have these shock devices on my ankles?
Sorry for not giving commentary while there's silence there. I had to let Panda out. But yeah, I'm really, really grateful to you guys for hanging out with me to watch this. There's definitely channels with more qualified people covering it. So you guys being here means a lot.
There are 76 signed verdicts and 76 unsigned verdicts. Which would be what I would expect. All right, I will read each one into the record. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 1 of the information, dated this 26th day of October 2022, signed by the foreperson, juror number 11. If you find the defendant guilty of first-degree intentional homicide, answer the following question, yes or no. Did the defendant commit first-degree intentional homicide while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
Wow.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 2 of the information. Did the defendant commit first-degree intentional homicide while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
Burn in hell, you piece of shit.
Hey, you are
Woo!
to be removed right now. You will not do
Burn in
that.
hell, you piece of shit. You heard that, dude?
We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 3 of the information. And I should state as to count 2, it was signed and dated by the foreperson, same as to count 3. Did the defendant commit first-degree intentional homicide while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 4 of the information. Dated this 26th day of October 2022, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree intentional homicide while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 5 of the information, dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree intentional homicide while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 6.
Oh,
of
he's
the
awful
information,
humble now.
dated today's date.
He's
signed by
awful
the
humble
foreperson.
now.
Did the defendant commit first-degree intentional homicide while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 7 of the information, dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count
Now you
8
gotta
of the
consider,
information.
like, that dude that had that
Dated
outburst
today's
and he
date
was
and
like,
signed by
burn
the
in hell, you
foreperson.
piece of shit. Like,
Did the defendant
that
commit first-degree recklessly
that
endangering
outburst
safety while
was
using a
so
dangerous
justified
weapon?
considering,
Answer,
think about
yes.
it. Every
We, the
person in
jury,
that
find the
courtroom
defendant, Darrell
has
E.
had to
Brooks,
put up with his
guilty of
bullshit,
first-degree recklessly endangering safety
his
as charged in
relentless,
count 9 of the
abusive
information, dated
bullshit
today's date, signed by the foreperson.
this whole time.
Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 10 of the information, dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety.
And
as
her
charged in
reading this
count
verdict,
11
her
of the
reading this
information,
verdict is just a
dated today's
prelude
date, signed by the foreperson.
to
Did the
her
defendant
swan
commit
song
first-degree
that she has
recklessly endangering
earned.
safety while using a dangerous
She still
weapon?
gets to sentence
Yes.
his ass.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 12 of the information, dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 13 of the information, dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon?
Yeah.
Answer,
Fuck
yes.
you, dude.
We, the
All of
jury,
your
find the
manipulation,
defendant, Darrell E. Brooks,
all of your
guilty
bullshit,
of first
all of
degree
your
recklessly
antics
endangering safety as
got
charged in
you
count 14 of the
nowhere
information, dated
but
today's
here.
date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 15 of the information, dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the
I'm gonna
jury,
need you to
find the
behave.
defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 16 of the information.
And I mean,
today's
like,
date,
don't
signed by the
behave.
foreperson. Did the defendant commit first degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 17 of the information, dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first degree
Oh yeah,
recklessly
yeah, she
endangering
totally can
safety
do that.
while using a
Jen
dangerous
Stevens.
weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury,
I hope she
find the
shows up on
defendant,
every
Darrell E.
daytime
Brooks,
talk show,
guilty
like
of
Good
first
Morning
degree
America,
recklessly endangering
Today,
safety as charged in count
all of it.
18 of the information,
Even The View,
dated
as much as I
today's
hate The
date,
View.
signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 19 of the information, dated today's
Stop
date,
it, Jason,
signed by the
you're killing me.
foreperson. Did the defendant commit first degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 20 of the information, dated today's date.
I'm with you. It's
signed by
seeming
the
like a
foreperson.
fair trade, right?
Did the defendant commit
Right
first
about now,
degree
it's feeling like a
recklessly
fair
endangering
trade.
safety
Snaggy
while using a
Harpua.
dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 21 of the information, dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 22 of the information, dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 23 of the information, dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 24 of the information, dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit
God, and
first
he made
degree
it so
recklessly endangering
easy for
safety
us
while using a dangerous weapon?
to
Answer, yes.
to listen to this verdict
We, the
with
jury,
sheer
find the
pleasure.
defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first degree recklessly
Like, I don't
endangering
have
safety
any empathy
as
for this
charged
guy
in count
at all.
25 of the information,
And I've
dated
searched
today's
my
date, and signed by
heart
the
and
foreperson.
soul for it.
Did the
I swear to
defendant
you
commit
guys, I
first
did.
degree recklessly endangering
I searched my
safety
heart and
while
soul for
using a
empathy for this
dangerous
guy,
weapon?
and
Answer,
he made it
yes.
impossible for me to
We, the
find
jury,
any.
find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 26 of the information, dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 27 of the information. Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty.
Notice the
of
camera is
first-degree
just not leaving
recklessly
him.
endangering safety as charged
Like,
in count 28.
they're
of the
just waiting
information.
for an outburst.
Dated today's
I
date,
say
signed by the foreperson.
he's not going to last
Did the
through
defendant
the whole
commit
thing before
first-degree
he
recklessly
says,
endangering
I
safety
object.
while using a dangerous weapon? Answer,
He
yes.
has to have an outburst.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 29 of the information. Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 30 of the information. Dated today's date, signed by the
And the
foreperson.
fact that he wanted his shock
Did the defendant
ankle
commit first
thing
degree
off
recklessly endangering safety
tells me
using a
that
dangerous
he
weapon?
had this
Answer,
last ditch
yes.
effort to fucking try
We,
to
the
hurt
jury,
somebody.
find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 31 of the information. Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 32 of the information. Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 33 of the information. Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty.
Like, if that judge is vegan,
as charged in count
right?
34 of the information.
And I'm her
Dated today's
husband
date,
and
signed
I'm
by
not
the
vegan,
foreperson.
I would be
Did the defendant
willing to
commit
negotiate.
first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon?
I'd be willing to
Answer,
negotiate. I'd be like, yeah, you know what?
We, the jury,
I'm
find the
not
defendant,
going to eat
Darrell E.
meat or
Brooks,
cheese or
guilty
anything
of
from an
first-degree
animal for.
recklessly endangering safety
I'll give you
as
at least
charged
a
in
week.
count 35 of the information. Dated today's date.
I'll
signed by the
compromise with you,
foreperson.
babe. We
Did the defendant commit
I'll do that
first-degree
with you for
recklessly
at least a
endangering
week.
safety
You earned it.
while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
Like and it'd be hard because
the
I'd want a
jury
steak
find the
to
defendant,
celebrate. You
Darrell
know what I
E.
mean?
Brooks,
I'd want a
guilty
big,
of
fat,
first-degree
juicy steak.
recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 36
But
of the information.
if
Dated
she's my
today's
life
date,
partner, I'm going to
signed
be
by the
like, you know what?
foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly
Whatever you want,
endangering
babe.
safety
Anything you
while
want.
using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
Anything you
We, the
want.
jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks,
I'll even cook
guilty of
raw
first-degree
vegan food
recklessly
for you
endangering safety
without
as
cooking it
charged
because
in
it's
count
raw.
37 of the information. Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant
I'll just be
commit
watching
first-degree recklessly endangering
raw
safety
vegan
while
food
using a dangerous weapon?
preparation
Answer,
videos
yes.
on YouTube
We, the jury,
and
find
be
the
like, I got
defendant,
you.
Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 38 of the information. Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury,
K. Rochelle,
find the defendant,
I don't think
Darrell E.
that
Brooks,
Wisconsin has the
guilty
death
of
penalty. So I
first-degree
think he's just
recklessly
looking at like
endangering safety as
thousands
charged in
of
count
years of
39
life,
the information. Dated today's date, signed by
thousands
the
of
foreperson.
years in prison.
Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant.
Like he'll be
Darrell
up for
Brooks,
parole when Buck
guilty of
Rogers
first-degree
becomes president
recklessly
of the
endangering
United States.
safety, as charged in count 40
And the
of
galaxy.
the information. Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a
He'll be up
dangerous
for
weapon?
parole when I become
Answer,
vegan.
We, the jury,
Be
find
mindful.
the
Thank you. I
defendant,
appreciate
Darrell E.
it.
Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, as charged in count 41 of the information. Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
Yeah, I'm not
We,
going
the
vegan
jury,
either,
find
John
the
Mango.
defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, as charged in count 42 of the information. Dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks,
Yeah,
guilty.
Jamie
of
Howard, he
first-degree
totally did that.
recklessly endangering
Like he
safety,
literally
as charged in
blamed
count
God
43
for what
of the
happened.
information.
Like in his
Dated
closing
today's date,
statements,
signed
like he
by the
told the
foreperson.
jury directly
Did the defendant commit
it's God's
first-degree
fault
recklessly endangering safety
while
using a
he's
dangerous
got his
weapon?
nose buried in a
Answer,
Bible as a
yes.
tantrum.
We, the jury, find the defendant,
I think it's safe
Darrell
to
E.
say that
Brooks,
he tied his own
guilty
noose here.
of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, as charged in count 44 of the information. Dated today's date, signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, as charged in count 45 of the information. Dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant
Right,
commit
Jamie Howard?
first-degree recklessly
God was
endangering
like,
safety
don't drag me into
using
this
a
shit. I'll
dangerous weapon?
teach you to fucking bring me
Answer,
up.
Yes.
God's like,
We, the jury, find the defendant,
I don't know that dude.
Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, as charged in count 46 of the information. Dated today's date.
The
and
closing
signed by the
arguments, God
foreperson.
was like,
Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, as charged in count 47 of the information. Dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a
oh,
dangerous
John
weapon?
Mango, I didn't even think of
Answer,
that.
Yes.
That is such
jury,
a
find
predictable
the defendant,
scenario that he will
Darrell E.
like
Brooks,
be
guilty
like, I think I'm
of
having a heart
first-degree
attack, Your Honor.
recklessly endangering
I don't know
safety,
if I can
as
handle
charged
this.
in count 48 of the
I
information.
could totally see him doing that.
Today's date, signed by the
Faking
foreperson.
like a fucking seizure or
Did
something.
the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, as charged in count 49 of the information.
Yeah, right, Joe Nathan.
Dated today's date and signed by the foreperson.
God's all busy with the
Did the
Ukraine
defendant commit first-degree
working.
recklessly endangering safety
And then he goes,
while using
"Wait,
a
what?
dangerous weapon?
What?
Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, as charged in count 50 of the information. Dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety?
No, we won't, Chasing
while
Truth.
using a
You're
dangerous
absolutely
weapon?
right.
Answer, yes.
I don't know though. Chasing Truth.
We, the jury,
I'm gonna
find the
propose
defendant,
something
Darrell
here.
E. Brooks,
Okay.
guilty of first-degree recklessly
I'm putting you
endangering
on the
safety,
spot.
as
I'm
charged
putting
in
you
count
on the
51
spot.
of the information. Dated today's
Hold,
date
please.
and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, as charged in count 52 of the information. Dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 53 of the information, dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes.
I'm putting you out there, Chasing Truth.
We, the jury,
I'm putting you
find
out
the
there.
defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 54 of the information, dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 55 of the information, dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 56 of the information, dated today's date and
Dude,
signed by the foreperson.
92% say
Did the
your ass
defendant
should be
commit
here
first-degree
when we
recklessly
watch
endangering safety
that
while
woman
using a
hang
dangerous
herself
weapon?
for what she did to
Answer,
poor little Gannon.
yes.
91%.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 57 of the information, dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 58 of the information, dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous
I think
weapon?
he's asleep, y'all.
Answer,
I think he
yes.
fell asleep.
We, the jury, find the defendant,
That would make
Darrell E.
sense
Brooks,
too. Like,
guilty
have
of
you?
first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count
I don't
59
remember
of the
what movie it
information,
was. I saw a
dated
movie
today's date
once
and signed by
where
the foreperson. Did the defendant commit
they were.
first-degree recklessly endangering
I think it was like an
safety
old
while
Western
using a
movie or
dangerous
something.
weapon?
I'm not sure.
Answer,
Yeah, totally Chasing
We, the
Truth.
jury, find the
The other
defendant,
7% love
Darrell
Betty.
E. Brooks,
Um,
guilty of
I
first-degree
where they
recklessly
said
endangering safety
that
as charged in count
how you
60
know
of the
somebody's
information,
guilty
dated today's
is
date and signed by the foreperson.
in their first night in jail.
Did the defendant
Are they
commit
sleeping or are they
first-degree
awake?
recklessly endangering safety while
And
using a
if
dangerous
they
weapon?
sleep,
Answer,
it's you know they're
yes.
guilty because they already know they're caught.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks,
They know they're caught.
guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety.
They
as
could
charged in
finally
count
rest,
61
you
of
know?
the information, dated today's date.
Kind
and
of like
signed by
that
the
movie,
foreperson.
The
Did
Machinist.
defendant
Did you
commit
guys ever see that
first-degree
with
recklessly endangering
Christian
safety
Bale?
while using a dangerous weapon?
And The Machinist,
Yes.
the whole movie,
We, the
he
jury,
was driving
find the
himself
defendant,
crazy with sleep
Darrell E.
deprivation.
Brooks, guilty
And
of
if you've never
first-degree
seen that movie,
recklessly
too fucking
endangering
bad because
safety
I'm going to
as
spoil it.
charged in count
Um,
62 of the information,
He
dated today's date and signed by
he
the
was
foreperson.
starving himself and
Did
not
the defendant
eating.
commit first-degree recklessly
He was not.
endangering
He was
safety
starving himself and
while
not
using a
sleeping.
dangerous
Sorry,
weapon?
didn't mean to be redundant
Answer,
there. But he was starving
yes.
himself and not sleeping. And then finally,
We, the
once he
jury,
got
find the
caught
defendant,
for the crime that
Darrell
he
E.
had
Brooks,
committed,
guilty of first-degree
he went
recklessly
right to sleep
endangering
in the jail
safety
cell.
as charged in count 63 of the information, dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. Did the defendant commit first-degree recklessly endangering safety while using a dangerous weapon? Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in
Yeah,
count
Kelsey
54 of
206.
the information,
Christian Bale taught me
today's date
that
and signed by the foreperson.
all these
Did the
actors that
defendant
gain
commit
muscle for
first-degree
roles
recklessly endangering
use the
safety
fuck out
while
of
using a
steroids.
dangerous weapon?
Because I'm
Answer,
telling you, So
Yes.
after the machinist, so he lost all this weight for the machinist.
We, the jury,
He lost
find the
all this
defendant,
weight.
Darrell E. Brooks,
And he basically,
guilty
they asked him
of
how he did
first-degree
it. And he said,
recklessly
well, I
endangering
stopped
safety
eating. Okay.
as charged in count 65
But
of the
then
information.
3 months after
Dated today's
shooting
date and
the
signed by the
machinist,
foreperson.
after wrapping the machinist,
Did the
3
defendant
months,
commit
he
first-degree
gained the weight
recklessly endangering
to play
safety
Batman
and
in
using a
Batman
dangerous
Begins.
weapon? Answer.
That's not
yes.
possible naturally. It's just not. I worked out.
We, the jury, find the defendant.
There was a time where I
Darrell E.
worked
Brooks,
out
guilty
and
of
ate
first
like a
degree recklessly
madman,
endangering safety
and
as charged in count 66
looked
of the
okay,
information.
you know,
Dated today's date
but
and signed by the
no
foreperson.
way, no fucking
Did the
way did he
defendant
gain all
commit
that weight in
first-degree
3 months.
recklessly endangering safety while using a
Naturally,
dangerous
it's just
weapon?
not possible.
Answer, yes. We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of first-degree recklessly endangering safety as charged in count 67 of the information. Dated today's
I love how
date
you guys
and
don't
signed
give
by
a
the
fuck
foreperson.
that I'm talking over
Did
this.
the defendant commit
Like we all
first-degree
know where it's
recklessly
going.
endangering safety
Everybody
while
here has
using a
common
dangerous
sense. It's just
weapon?
like it's all guilty,
Answer,
guilty.
yes.
All we have to do is just look at his face that he's hiding.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of hit and run as charged in count 68 of the information. Did the accident involve death to Virginia Sorensen? Answer, yes. Dated today's date and signed by the foreperson. We, the
What
jury,
platform
find the
boots? Are
defendant,
you that new to
Darrell
my
E.
channel?
Brooks, guilty of hit and run as charged in
Yeah,
count
so there's
69
the
of
Letitia Stock
information.
trial.
Dated today's date and signed by the foreperson.
I will refer to it as the
Did
Gannon
the
Stock
accident
case,
involve death to Leanna
but
Owen?
Gannon was
Answer,
chasing truth. Stop it. The
We, the
Gannon
jury,
Stock
find the
case.
defendant,
He
Darrell
was
E.
a
Brooks,
he was an 11-year-old
guilty
boy
of hit and run
who
as
was
charged in count
brutally
70
murdered
of the
by his
information. Dated
stepmother,
today's date and signed by the
and
foreperson.
she is
Did the
the
accident involve
female
death to
counterpart
Tamara
to
Duran?
this guy right
Answer,
here. She has stalled her trial. She has
We, the jury,
made
find the
a
defendant,
complete
Darrell E.
and total
Brooks,
mockery of the
guilty
justice
of
system
hit
in
and
order to
run
stall.
as charged in count 71
But
of the information.
her
Dated
time's
today's
up.
date and
Her
signed by the
time's up,
foreperson.
and her trial is
Did the
coming.
accident involve death to Jane
And
Phillips?
Chasing Truth is
Answer,
already committed
yes.
to joining me to cover that. So,
We, the jury, find
and
the
I can't think of
defendant,
anybody
Darrell
better
E.
that I'd
Brooks,
rather have
guilty of
on
hit and
panel
run
with me
as
as we
charged in
cover
count
this, because
72 of the
that case
information.
really
Dated today's date and signed
got
by
to
the
me.
foreperson. Did the
If
accident
any
involve
case
death to Wilhelm
that I've
Huff?
ever talked about
Answer,
since I started being
yes.
on YouTube on like 4 years ago, if any case
We, the
got to me
jury,
emotionally,
find the
it was
defendant,
that one.
Darrell
I
E.
don't know
Brooks,
why I felt connected to
guilty of hit
Gannon.
and run
I
as
identified
charged in
with him in
count
some way.
73 of the
Um,
information. Dated today's
I
date
kept the
and
lights
signed by
on
the
at my
foreperson.
job. We had outside
Did the
lights,
accident involve
and
death
I
to
kept the
Jackie
lights on at my
Phillips?
job for
Answer, yes.
like 2 years. Blue. I
We,
kept
the
them
jury,
blue.
find the defendant,
Just
Darrell E. Brooks, guilty of bail jumping as charged in count 74
just
of the
because
information.
he wasn't
Dated today's
getting
date and
justice.
signed by the foreperson.
And I no longer work there, so I can't keep the
We,
lights
the
blue
jury,
anymore. So
find the defendant, Darrell E. Brooks,
but I had vowed that I was going to
guilty
keep them
of bail
blue
jumping as charged in
until
count
Letitia
75
was
of the
convicted.
information. Dated today's date and signed by the foreperson.
And I know Chasing
We, the
enough
jury,
to know that,
find the
like, if
defendant,
any
Darrell E.
trial,
Brooks,
if any
guilty of
if
battery
any
as
case is
charged in
going to
count
like
76
piss
of the
her off,
information. Dated today's
it's going to
date
be that
and
one.
signed by the foreperson.
So I can't think of anybody better that I'd rather be side by side with covering that case. And I had not planned on paneling with anybody doing that, but yeah.
Mr. Brooks, would you like me to poll the jury?
But I will see Gannon get justice.
Yes.
Like if I was diagnosed
Members
with
of the jury,
cancer
I'm
tomorrow,
going to ask each
I'm
one of you
fighting through that
individually
cancer
to
just
stand
to
up,
see Gannon get
identify
justice.
your number
That's where I'm
for the
at.
record, and then state whether the verdict's read
I
in
want
open
Letitia
court or your two
thrown
verdicts.
under
I'll
the
start
jail.
with the foreperson. And I'll read your numbers first, so it's a little bit easier. So juror number 11.
Look, he's not
The
even
verdicts read
sad.
in
He's
open court
angry.
Are the verdicts, let me rephrase that. The
To
verdicts
this
read in
moment,
open
this
court,
piece of shit
are those your true verdicts?
feels as though he was
Juror number 3.
robbed in some way.
The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you. Juror number 6. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
It is.
Thank you. Juror number 14. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you. Juror number 19. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Look at him.
Thank you. Juror
Damn.
number 27.
I'm never gonna get to beat another
The
woman.
verdicts read
Fuck.
in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you. Juror number 34. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you. Juror number 41. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you. Juror number 45. The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can one juror just
Juror
please
number
say hell
46.
yes? Just one?
The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you. Juror number
Just somebody
48.
say fuck yes, just once.
The verdicts read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
They are, Your Honor.
Thank you. Juror number 50.
See, you can still hear conviction. They are, Your Honor.
Read in open court, are those your true verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you. I should state for the
This
record, I
jury
did have the
hates this
alternates
guy.
brought back in. Obviously, they did not deliberate, but it was important to have them because there are certain instructions I give at the end. All right, Mr. Brooks, are you satisfied with the polling of the jurors?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
The court is so satisfied with
Wait,
the
what?
polling of the jurors. The court now accepts the verdicts. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, he is the lady
on
chasing.
behalf of myself, the citizens of Waukesha County, and both parties here, I want to thank you for the time and attention that you've spent on this case. Your service in this case is now concluded. There is no requirement that you maintain secrecy concerning what happened in the jury room, but you do not have to discuss the case with anyone or answer any questions about it. On behalf, again, of the court and all of the parties, we thank you for your service over the last 3.5 weeks. You are discharged and free to go.
There we
All rise
go.
for the jury, please.
Much love to that jury, man. Much love. Go home and do whatever the fuck it is you do that you have missed doing this entire time because of this asshole. Now, are there going to be impact statements before the sentencing?
Thank you. Be seated. Anything from the state at this time?
Your Honor, the state moves for judgment on the verdict as to each and every count.
Anything from you, Mr. Brooks?
What is judgment?
What is judgment? You're going to find out when you get to heaven, but
Given the
you're going to have
verdicts
to
from
wait.
the jury here
Once you get to
today,
St. Peter, you're going to
the
have
court will
to.
enter
That's another
judgments
story.
of conviction based upon the verdicts on all 76 counts. Court will also revoke bond. In this case, I plan on bringing the case in Monday, this coming Monday, the 31st at 1 p.m. to address further scheduling. What I would ask the parties to
Yeah, I
do
corrected
between now and
myself,
then
Julian B.
is to determine how long you think each side will need to present their sentencing remarks, whether you anticipate anyone speaking on your behalf. If so, how many, how long, so that I can then look at my calendar and adjust and make sure that I have the appropriate amount of time to do that. I'm not going to sentencing on Monday. It is just for further scheduling at 1 p.m. before my afternoon case.
Judge, would you be willing to consider persons appearing by Zoom for sentencing?
Yes, I would not do anything different than what I've been doing since we started utilizing
Yeah,
Zoom,
because
and
we
that is
don't want to
make it
fucking have to
available
see this
for
courtroom again if we don't have to.
victims and family members of the defendant if they so choose to make statements over Zoom.
Okay, thank you. That
You're welcome.
helps us in our planning.
All right. All right, then. Thank you, everyone. We are adjourned for today. We'll see you all on Monday.
All right. So Monday is not going to be the sentencing. It's just a hearing designed for scheduling. It's just a hearing designed for scheduling. So Monday there will not be the sentencing yet. And I mean, I know all of us are kind of thinking the same thing. Like, dude, just sentence him like right now. But at the end of the day, people, we have to understand that this is a man's life. You know, he has rights regardless of his disregard for anyone else's life, regardless for his disrespect for that courtroom, and for the judge, and for literally everybody that was there and all of us watching, his disregard for anyone else but himself. He still has rights. And sometimes it's not something that we like, but this is why I love America. You know, this is why I love this is why I'm a patriot. And this case specifically was an example of someone finding every bit of leeway that they could to exploit their own rights. But in the end, what we need to take from this, at least what I'm taking from it, you are free to do what you want. Again, why I love America. You're free to do what you want. But justice was served. Cannot deny that. Justice was absolutely served. Regardless of all his bullshit, regardless of all his exploitations, regardless of all his manipulations, justice was served. The truth found the way. I'm grateful for that today. Very grateful for that today. And I'm very grateful for you guys for joining me. Like I said many times, you guys could have been watching this on another channel that are run by attorneys and much more well versed in these things than I am. But you guys came here, and I'm beyond grateful. I'm grateful for a lot of things today, and I'm grateful for our justice system today. I'm extremely grateful for our justice system today. And I have the same faith in this justice system when it comes to the Quentin Simon case as I have in this case. This case has reinforced my faith in the justice system regarding the Quentin Simon case. It has given me more patience. So I ask you guys, please just have a little bit more patience. Let law enforcement do their job. Let them work with the district attorney in building a case and getting justice for baby Quentin. Okay? Yelling and screaming through a bullhorn and disrupting a neighborhood, that's not how you get justice. Okay? At least not in a case like this. So, this was, to me, a beautiful example of how the justice system can work, no matter how frustrating the process is. Because this process was extremely frustrating, was it not? This process was extremely frustrating. But the justice system worked. It came through. It came through. But it took time, and it took a little pain, but we got here, didn't we? So you guys are awesome. I love you guys so much. Oh my God. I'm so in love with you guys right now. Totally. I'm so in love with you guys right now. But I'm going to call it. I got to get some food. I love you guys very much. We will, and I guarantee it, do this again very soon, my friends.